Hey everyone, this is Demari. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And today I'm going to be doing the August 2020 monthly tarot reading for the sign of Pisces. Now please keep in mind this is a general reading, so it may not apply to each and every one of you, okay? But you can take a look at this month's reading in regards to your sun, moon, and rising signs. So do take a look at your natal chart, see the corresponding zodiac signs, and see which video's title resonates for you most. You can also check this out in regards to your other placements as well, depending on what you feel resonates for you the most strongly at this time. So going to be doing this a little bit differently this time, still using a Celtic cross style spread as I usually do for the monthlies. However, in regards to the decks, I'll be pulling the main messages using the Rider-Waite tarot deck. And then I'll be using the Bicycle Bros Mind playing card deck in order to get further messages. So it's a little bit different with regards to the use of these particular cards, but nonetheless, we will still be going forward in the same way we always do. So just want to say a big thank you to everyone who has liked, commented, and subscribed so far. It means the world to me. If you haven't already, please do hit the subscribe button and don't forget to hit the notifications bell so you're informed every time a reading goes up for you, okay? It means the world to me to have your support. Now, I'm going to get into your reading without further ado. So I feel like Cancer season has been a big shift for all of us. There's been a lot of lessons, a lot of karmic cycles coming to a close, and with this new moon now that we're currently experiencing now, this is the time that I do this reading for you, Pisces, but obviously when you get this video it will have already passed. However, the energies will still very much be present. So with that in mind, I do recommend taking a look at the new moon readings that I did for each element. I did do individual readings for each sign as well. So if you go over to the water signs reading for the new moon readings, you'll be able to check out further messages in regards to that specific energy. It'll also be added to the end of this video. So let's see what's in store for the month of August, now that we are in Leo season. So, just bear me a second. I'm just going to get a quick swig of my tea. But other than that, Pisces, we are ready. So, the first card you have in regards to your present circumstances is the Ace of Wands here. So with the Ace of Wands in reverse, I feel like it's a time where you're really having to assess what it is that you want in life, okay? Because maybe perhaps you feel like you've had to put certain passions of yours on hold to, deal with whatever's currently taking place in your circumstances. It could be that, there's been some things that came to light that required your attention, so you had to put certain dreams or aspirations on hold while you dealt with, real world problems. Pretty much that's what I'm getting from this. You had to deal with certain things that required your immediate attention. So with that in mind, you may have had to put certain activities, hobbies, creative interests, or passions, dreams on hold while you focused on dealing with that. But I feel like now is the time to start really thinking about what direction you want to move in, right? So we'll go into that further when we clarify. The next card you have is, in regards to the challenge, by the way, is the Nine of Cups. So with this being here, Cancer water. Yes, it is water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. I feel like with this being here, it's a case of, the challenge for you will be to stop putting yourself on hold, right? Putting your dreams, your happiness, your wishes, right? Your self-care on hold. Because I feel like you've been doing that a lot lately, Pisces. And simply because you have had a lot to deal with. You've had a lot to contend with. Particularly with, as I said, I feel like there's been some difficult circumstances that you've been navigating recently that required your immediate attention. So obviously, certain things that you would like to have time for or to do for yourself. Things that are centered around your self-care and well-being, you've had to put on hold for some time, but now it's really important that you start focusing on that. okay? That your happiness is essential, and it's just as valid, and you're just as deserving of it as anyone else, right? So now's the time for you to start thinking about your happiness. What form and shape does that take, right? So it's going to be tricky for you, I feel, because like I said, you've been putting everyone else at the forefront, right? So it might not come natural to you to actually put your well-being first, to put your wishes first, your happiness first, but that's what you're being called to do at this time. So in regards to your recent past, you have the Ace of Swords in reverse, air energy, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. I feel like you exercised restraint, a lot of restraint. I felt like there was something that needed to be said in a given moment when it came to a specific challenge you were facing. Maybe people were putting too much of the burden on your shoulders, and it was your opportunity then to express that it's not up to you to save the world or to fix the world, right? That you have your fair share of responsibilities and you don't shy away from them. However, it is not up to you to be everyone's savior. But you didn't communicate this because you were worried about how this will affect them, and you were also worried about, what would happen as a result. So you held your tongue, basically, is what I'm getting from this. But you are still being forced into this position where you have no choice but to take care of yourself, because that was coming up even in the recent past, that now is the time to focus on your well-being, but you weren't doing that. So now you're kind of being forced to do that, right? Through whatever's taking place at this time. So it may be as well, it may be as well that energetically you're very depleted right now. You might be very low on energy. You may even be sick, and that's forced you to take some time out to recuperate, rest, take care of yourself. That's also possible for some of you. So in regards to your near future, you have the Six of Cups in reverse, water energy again. So this is it. It doesn't matter what took place in the past. It doesn't matter, what was said and what was expected of you, or what is expected of you because of whatever took place in the past. You are now in this present moment. In the present moment, you need to take care of yourself, right? As I said. And I feel like with this being in the near future, you're going to start reflecting on all the times where you put everyone else before yourself, and how that actually landed you in the position that you're now in, right? So you're understanding that there was imbalance because of that. There was not that emotional support for you when you were giving it even though you've been giving that to everyone else, right? So you're understanding now, it doesn't matter, what happened 10 years ago. It doesn't matter what happened 5 years ago and who did what. If you're not getting any support now from these people, that's something that needs to be addressed, right? Because it can't all fall on your shoulders as it has been. And they can't expect you to consistently show up for them if they're not doing the same for you. So in regards to your feelings, you have the Page of Wands, fire energy, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So with the Page of Wands being here in your feelings, I feel like you're being called to really look within and say, listen, is this how you want your life to be? Do you want to be a doormat? Do you want people to just come and take from you and walk all over you? Or do you want to start asserting yourself, going after what you want, putting your needs at the forefront, right? Because like I said, they are just as valid. So you are starting to look at yourself and being like, gosh, like this is not okay actually. Like, why have I been doing this so long? You're starting to feel that. Even though I feel like there is some guilt from the idea of pulling away from these people, you're understanding the necessity to go after what it is that you want, putting your wishes first for once, right? Because you're feeling that call, you're hearing the call to do something more, right? Something that's for you. Interesting. I'll be curious to see what that is, but you're feeling that. I feel like intuitively you're absolutely feeling that. Okay, so in regards to what's crowning you at this time, so what's within your power to affect, you have the King of Swords in reverse, more air energy. So this is it. This is telling you that for too long you've allowed yourself to be a pushover. You've allowed everyone to walk all over you. You've, allowed people to undermine your authority, undermine your voice. Whatever it is that needed to be said could not be spoken, right? Because you allow these people to undermine, something that is very valid, right? Something that does need resolving, does need addressing, does need approaching differently, right? But you allow these people, because I don't feel like it's just one person. I feel like it's more than one person you allowed to undermine you all the time, right? And so it stops you from really being able to make it clear where your boundaries lie, what your needs are, what you expect from those closest to you, right? Or what you need from those closest to you. I wouldn't say expect is the right word, because I don't feel like you expect much from anybody. But you have certain needs, and there's certain things, certain principles that you have, right? But people are not seeing it because you don't stand firm, right, against those principles. You don't stand firm with those principles. So people don't take you very seriously is what I'm getting. But that's what needs to change. Okay. So in regards to your advice here, why am I not surprised? 6 of Pentacles. Restoring balance in all connections, not just in one or the other, but in all connections. Restoring balance in all aspects of your life. When it comes to love, your career, your friendships, your family, with yourself, right? You need to restore balance because things are so imbalanced right now. And energetically, you are suffering, as a result of that imbalance. So in regards to your external influences, so this can be places, people, situations, environments that you find yourself in, everything externally around you at this time. You have the 10 of Pentacles. So that's really nice. So despite the fact that you are overwhelmed, and despite the fact that you've not been taking care of yourself, I feel like because you're in this position where you may be sick or you're having to take some time off, you're having to recuperate in some shape or form to restore your energy, there are people within your environment that see this, and perhaps they've understood now where maybe they've been taking advantage or not respecting your needs, or simply, they may not have even seen what your needs are because you're always putting on this brave face saying you're fine. So people believe you to be fine, but now they're seeing you're really not. And as such, they're swooping in, wanting to refill you, right? Wanting to give you energy, give you support, give you nurturing, take care of you, right? Especially if this is family. I feel like there's certain family members or very close friends, perhaps, a partner as well, children that you have, that really want to take care of you at this time because they're like, oh gosh, they're really drained. They've really been suffering actually, or they've really been tired, overwhelmed. They need support. We can do that. So that's good. So I feel like for a lot of cases, it's not even that people are doing this maliciously or just doing this without any consideration. They don't even know because you're not showing it. You're not telling them. So perhaps they've been asking you, are you okay? Do you need help? And you're always saying, no, I'm fine. No, I'm okay. No, I can do this. And now they're seeing, oh gosh, yeah, they really did need help. Why didn't they take it? Or why didn't they tell us how bad it was getting, or, how things really are, right? So that's the case for a lot of you who this reading resonates for. You've not even allowed people to see that you're struggling in some way. But now they can see it because you've been completely depleted, and now you have no choice but to accept the help, right? So this may even be the very thing that changes the dynamic just organically, that okay, from now on, we're not letting you do everything, okay? Like this needs to be more balanced. So I love that. I love that this is in your external environment at this time. There are people that genuinely care for you and want to support you and help you recover, and make things balanced as well. So that's awesome. Okay, so in regards to your fears, then you have the Hermit in reverse. So this is Virgo energy. You could be dealing with a Virgo or have it strongly in your chart. Regardless, Pisces, I feel like with the Hermit being in reverse here in the position of your fears, yeah, you've known for some time there's certain things you need to address within yourself, right? But I feel like you're afraid that with all this time that you have on these hands, especially if you're having to take time off work or if you're having some recuperation time, right? Whether it's in the hospital, whether it's at home, regardless, I feel like you're kind of afraid that if you really take a lot of time out to just focus on yourself, to heal yourself, and to lean on those closest to you, that you are going to feel like you're the one that's taking advantage, or that it wouldn't be wise to do that because then you're going to owe someone something, or because they're going to see you as not being capable and dependable, right? And that's not the case, right? Everyone needs that at times, okay? That doesn't mean that people don't think you're capable of taking care of house and home, or of yourself, or of your family, whatever, because I feel like you have a great many responsibilities, right? Not just one thing. I feel like you take care of many aspects of your life, as well as, have an active role in the life of others, right? In some capacity. So you could even, like, your work or your career or hobby on the side could involve coaching or mentoring or leadership or, some group setting. I feel like you are, you're kind of in charge in some capacity, and you're so used to being in that role. So when you feel like you're the one that needs to be, cared for, guided or supported, you struggle with that a lot, and you feel guilty for some reason. But I guess that goes back to probably childhood, so you'll need to address that as well, to understand that it's absolutely acceptable to receive and ask for help, and that it's not only acceptable, but it's absolutely necessary at times. So you need to change your association with that, okay? And then in regards to your hopes, you have the King of Cups in reverse, water energy. So this is you, Pisces, okay? So I think you're hoping that, you'll be able to get back on your feet again, right? That even though essentially you're feeling like, okay, I'm feeling kind of guilty that I'm having this time out. I'm hoping, but I also know that I'm going to get back on my feet. But maybe you're going to get to a point as well that you actually kind of like the fact you've had time to rest, and that you don't have to be an emotional rock for everybody, and that you yourself can be vulnerable this time. So maybe you're hoping that this as well is an opportunity that you can finally be vulnerable, that you can finally express your feelings. Maybe this is going to give you the opportunity where people will, sit by you and hear you out, right? Because they're concerned about you, because they want to know how you're doing. They want to know about, how you're feeling, your thoughts, how things got to this point, right? So maybe you're hoping that this will be an opportunity whereby you can actually be vulnerable and express your feelings rather than having to hold back for everyone else. But I feel like as well, like once you do that, you're just going to be like itching to get back on your feet again. Okay. And then the last card you have as a potential outcome for the month of August is the Fool, Aries energy. Could be dealing with an Aries. But I feel like, gosh, excuse me, just choked on some incense. The smoke of the incense, gosh. Yeah, okay, so with the Fool here, I feel like this is it. This is like a new opportunity to change the way you do things. It's an opportunity to be more carefree, to not have to weight the world on your shoulders, to explore a new way of doing things, right? That's going to make you feel lighter, that's going to make you feel younger as well. And not like, the world is literally on your head and you're having to, damage control all the time, right? So it's going to make you freer. It's going to free you up energetically as well, so that you can explore whatever this passion is of yours, right? Because it's been very much at the forefront of your mind. It still is. Even when you're resting, or particularly when you're resting, I feel like that's going to be very much at the forefront of your mind, as well as addressing whatever needs to be addressed here. So let's go over to the Rose Mind deck then and see what comes out for you. To begin with, clarifying the Ace of Wands in reverse here in the position of your present circumstances, you have the Two of Hearts. So this is essentially your Two of Cups, right? So this is the thing, you're kind of getting back into balance when it comes to your emotional state, right? Because you've put everything else before yourself, because you couldn't properly tap into your creativity and explore what it is that you want to do with your life moving forward. You've kind of been forced into a position where you can restore balance back into those aspects, especially, like I said, when it comes to your emotional body. Make things feel more like a partnership rather than, everything being on your shoulders, as I said. So that's really awesome, actually, that, okay, the situation is not the best in that, you've not been feeling well, or you've had to take some time out for whatever reason. Could be mental health related even, but I feel like this is more to do with your physical health. It's giving you an opportunity to create balance, restore balance, come back into harmony with how you treat yourself and how you treat others, and the support you give others and the support they give you. So that's really beautiful, actually. Okay, so clarifying the challenge card then, the 9 of Pentacles. You have the Ace of Spades, okay? So this is your Ace of Swords. So I feel like here it's a case of you are being challenged to not only consider your feelings and put your needs first, but to express what was not spoken in the past, right? As I said, there was something that needed to be said, that needed to be acted upon, and you didn't speak your truth on the matter, even though it was necessary for you to do so. So your challenge at this time is to speak up, because now you have people's attention. Now you have their ear. So express what needs to be said, okay? To help get you out of this energy as well of lack and being depleted and, having your energy centers all misaligned and blocked up, right? Because that's also going to affect you physically. It's part of that physical manifestation. Okay, so in regards to your recent past then, as we're on the subject, the Ace of Swords in reverse, you have the 4 of Hearts, okay? So the 4 of Cups, essentially. So this is saying that, you were dismissing, this is the thing, you were dismissing your own feelings, right? The universe gave you an opportunity to clear the air, to express what needed to be said, to have your feelings heard, to be understood, because you're carrying some weight here when it comes to the heart space. It's not that I feel like necessarily you've been through trauma with these particular people. I feel like for the most part it is family, immediate family. But I feel like there's a lot of things you've been needing to say because your needs are not being met, right? As I said. But even when the opportunity arose for you to speak up, you rejected it. You chose to withdraw instead. So that's why this ended up happening, right? This has ended up being a part of that manifestation, as I said, because if you keep that contained for so long, it has to come out one way or another, and there'll be situations that force you to do that arise, okay? So in regards to your near future, the 6 of Cups here, you have the 7 of Swords, okay, 7 of Spades. So, yeah. I feel like, as I was saying, that you put everyone else before you, you put your emotional body to the side, right? And you're pretending to everyone that you are fine, but that was the deception. I'm fine, I'm okay, no one needs to worry about me. I'll just keep taking care of everyone else and not even myself. That was self-deceptive, because you did need to take care of yourself, especially your emotional body. And now your physical body is being affected as a result, right? But you're understanding the importance of that, For example, if you are experiencing a health condition and a health practitioner or a doctor tells you it's related to stress, this is going to be a significant part of it, right? And I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case for whoever this is resonating for, particularly if it comes to a physical matter, right? Or something to do with your mental health. But I feel like a lot of this is manifesting in a physical way. Okay. So clarifying your card for your feelings, the Page of Wands here, you have the 6 of Swords in reverse. So I feel like it's a case of, yeah, you could be moving into smoother waters if you just address what it is that you truly want, okay? Because right now things are kind of at a standstill, because now is the time for contemplation. Whoa, I just had a moment then. Something just this energy came in really strong. Yeah, okay. You really need to focus on this. Whatever this is, whatever this dream is, whatever this aspiration is that you have, this itch that you've had about something, it's very significant to your life purpose, okay? Because that energy came in very strong just now. That was a download and a half. Like, whatever it is, it's significant, okay? It's not something that you just want to dabble in. Like, this is going to have a significant impact on your life. This could literally change your life. So you really need to address that, because that, focusing on that, when you're able to do so, to actually put things in motion, that will move you out of this feeling of, being depleted, not having enough, needing to take care of everyone else. So, because of that, you don't have enough for yourself, is what I mean. And really coming to a place of alignment, understanding the need for balance and boundaries, and investing in yourself, investing in what it is that you want to move towards, right? So it's like recovery is the key to tapping into what it is you truly want to do moving forward. And like I said, that is significant. That's why this situation had to come about, because it's highly significant for your path, okay? Like, I can't stress that enough. Like, what that energy that's came through, I just never felt anything like that before. So whoever I'm picking up on, this is significant. Like, it's going to have a significant impact, possibly not just on yourself, but many other people, especially if you are leading a group of people, a team, right? Like, this could change many lives, possibly. So it's significant, whatever this thing is, whatever this passion, this creative endeavor, whatever this dream is, okay? This ambition. So clarifying what's crowning you this time, the King of Swords in reverse here. You have the Nine of Swords, okay, in reverse. So I feel like it's a case of, you understanding where boundaries are needed, and you not allowing people to undermine you will help you to get rid of any feelings of inadequacy, any feelings of stress, right? Because you cannot afford to have more stress in your life at this point. That's abundantly clear, right? You can't afford to have any more stress in your life. So that's why you really do have to take a closer look at how you communicate with people, how you assert your position, reinforce your boundaries, Certain things you have to be flexible on, and other things you really need to stand your ground on. And that's what you're being asked to do at this time, because you cannot afford to get to this place where you've just reached, okay? Like, it's you can't afford to be in this position again, because it's affecting you on a significant level, right? Okay, so clarifying your advice here, the Six of Pentacles. You have the Nine of Swords in, not the Nine of Swords, the Nine of Wands in reverse, okay? So this is talking about, this is talking about that, in what we were just discussing, reasserting your boundaries, finding balance, okay? Knowing when to ask for help, and, taking the initiative is necessary, because you are still, like, you are not even in, I feel like you're not even at the point where you can truly, pick things up again. Like, you are literally just about to go into recovery mode. So you're just getting affected probably at this point, and you're starting probably the recovery process now, or you will be very soon. So it's necessary for you to express what help is needed, right? That you can't just soldier on and continue as you are, that you have to express where help is needed. People are also required to take the initiative. Obviously, there's going to be certain things that you may not be able to physically do depending on your ailment at this time. So they will need to pick up the slack, all right? And it's okay for you to vocalize that, all right? So in regards to your external influences, the 10 of Pentacles here, you have the 4 of Wands in reverse. So this is the thing. It's like, okay, so I feel like this could even be... All right, so I feel like the message I'm getting here for some of you is that you have like your family's divided, okay? So I feel like, for example, you could be divorced, right? And you have some kids that live with you, some kids that live with the other parent, or perhaps, you know, you see your kids part-time, like you have part-time custody, you have shared custody, right, of your children. But when your kids obviously learn that this has happened, that you're having this ailment, of whatever form it takes, they are going to try and find a way in which they can support you further, right? Because perhaps because of that reason, you haven't had the support that you needed, right? But they have a great deal of care for you. There's a lot of love for you, right? So they want to assist. They want to help, right? Regardless of whatever the situation is. It's possible that even your ex-spouse wants to help, regardless of whether or not your relationship is stable, because there's still an understanding, there's still a certain level of compassion and desire to create some sense of stability, even within a, you know, less traditional or stable framework, possibly, depending on whatever took place between you. But I feel like this other person sees the need to, you know, provide assistance. So it's possible that your ex-partner might even come in trying to offer you help, right? So that's interesting. So you might be surprised by that. Oh gosh, yeah, big download. You might be surprised by that because it's someone that you probably didn't expect, someone that you're not possibly on good terms with, or, you know, you have no kind of real foundation with anymore, is coming in to provide the assistance that you need. And I think it's going to surprise you because you never anticipated to get that help from this person, but they're coming in and they are doing everything they can to help. You know, whether it's with the groceries, you know, with the kids, if you have children, that is, you know, making sure you're comfortable, making sure you have what you need, medicine, whatever it is, right? They want to try and take care of you, which is going to blow you away a little bit, I think, because you just didn't see this coming. Okay, so clarifying your fears, I was going to say Hierophant, but the Hermit in reverse. You have the King of Hearts, so the King of Cups in reverse. So you got the King of Cups in reverse twice. So yeah, you are really struggling with this idea of, you know, not taking care of everyone else. As I was saying, you feel guilty for, you know, expressing your feelings, expressing your needs being met, you know, being vulnerable, you know. There is an element of denial here as well. Like, you understand that you need to reflect on why you feel these things and why it's necessary to have this time for, you know, recuperation. But there is still an element of denial here. That Seven of Swords energy is still quite prominent in this reading. So that's something you really do have to address, you know, because you do, at the same time, you do want to be vulnerable. You do want to express yourself. But there is an element, I can't shake this feeling of, there's an element of shame around that. So you need to address that head on, right? And possibly it's because you feel like you're having to, part of that may be due to the fact that you feel like you have to receive assistance from someone that you're separated from, right? Could be a partner, could be a family member, right? Someone that you didn't see eye to eye with is coming in to provide assistance. And maybe there's some pride around that as well, because you didn't want to have to receive help from this person who possibly hurt you in the past or was obviously a part of this separation, of course. So maybe there's a little bit of pride there. Maybe you feel shame or a bit of guilt having to accept help from this person, but there's no need, okay? This person's doing it willingly because they respect the connection they had with you or their relationship to you in whatever capacity that is, or simply because they think you deserve it, right? So clarifying your hopes then, the King of Cups in reverse again. So it's funny, it's clarifying your fears, but it's also in the position of your hopes. You have the Seven of Hearts, so the Seven of Cups, okay? So this is, again, this is so funny. Gosh, okay. So yeah, I feel like you're just having to come to terms with the reality of things, okay? But I feel like you still, I mean, I think part of this stubbornness and this reluctance towards receiving this help is because where it's coming from as well. And because you need to express something that maybe you're finding it very hard to do, as I said with the Ace of Swords as well. And it's like you really want to be able to just say it and get it off your chest and open up your throat chakra and just express how you're feeling, right? But there's this desire to just pick yourself up, as I said, pick yourself up, move forward. I want to get another card from this because I'm getting really weird, well, not weird, but it's very interesting messages that I'm getting from this. So I want to get another card on this. Oh, I got two cards. Wow, okay. So you got so not only did you have the Seven of Cups, you have the Eight of Cups in reverse, and you have the Eight of Pentacles. This is the first time you've had Pentacles in your entire reading, okay? So you have the Eight of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Cups in reverse, bearing in mind. So, yeah, you don't, okay, this is probably a hard truth for you to swallow, a hard pill for you to swallow. That you still have love towards this person, that you don't want to walk away entirely. So them coming up to you and having to take care of you is like it pulls on your heartstrings, right? It really pulls on your heartstrings because you're then having to face the fact that you still have love for this person. That part of you couldn't just cut it off completely, right? Interesting. And it's like a part of you, I feel like, wants to work on the connection in some capacity. And you really want to express this, but it means being vulnerable with this person, and that terrifies the hell out of you. You know? And if this isn't the case, if you're saying, oh, Demari, no, there's no way I want to reconcile with this person, I think that maybe it brings up it reminds you of how much you have invested in the connection in the past, how much you invested in your family, right? And you're understanding perhaps where you needed to take better care of yourself, right? So that could be an element of it also. Okay. And then finally, let's go over to the Fool card here in the position of your potential outcome. You have the Queen of Cups, okay? So this is your energy, Pisces, okay? This is your energy. So this is it. This is you coming back to yourself, right? Queen of Cups in the upright. You being in your emotional body, being able to express yourself freely without any concerns, without any worries, just being able to go with the flow, express how you feel, you know? Not being afraid of how it comes across, being as mushy and gooey as you want to be, allowing it to come straight from the heart, right? And even if it means having a moment where the tears flow, allowing the tears flow and not caring if they see them, not caring, you know, the fact that you're being vulnerable, allowing it to happen. I feel like you need that, Pisces. You need that at this point because you are an emotive sign. You're very emotional, right? And you're very in tune with your emotions. You feel the emotions of others. You're very empathetic generally. You know, obviously, of course, it depends on your it depends on your upbringing partially as well, and, you know, your other placements, as well as various other aspects. But I feel like generally you guys are very emotive. You're very emotionally in tune, right? So don't be afraid to express your emotions, okay? What brings you into a worse off position is when you don't express them. So it's better to get it off your chest, right? And say what you needed to say. And I think you'll be surprised because, like I said, this person is coming in, whoever this is, ex-partner, family member, you know, possibly even a best friend, someone that you had feelings for that never really quite came together. They're coming in and they're supporting you, right? I feel like there's going to be more than one person, but there is someone significant from the past that's coming in and wanting to give you everything that you need at this time. And possibly they want to do that moving forward as well, not just for when you're in need of serious assistance or in need of that additional support, but moving forward as well, because they want to readdress where this foundation was not built, or where this foundation came crashing down, right? This is someone that you're at a distance from, someone that you separated from in some way. Like I said, a family member, a very close friend, someone that maybe you came close to marrying or did marry and then separated from. This is someone that you have a significant connection with, right? But things fell apart. And now they're coming back in to support you. So that's going to be the surprising factor, I have to feel like. And that may be the very thing that triggers this opening up that needs to take place. So, yeah, I'm going to say Virgo. You could be dealing with a Virgo. With that Hermit in reverse there, we've got a Virgo energy. So this could be a Virgo, but either way. Oh, and I said that was the first time you had Pentacles come up in the spread, but that's not true. We have Pentacles here twice. I don't know what I'm talking about. Ignore that. But I feel like with the clarification, it was the first time that Pentacles came up. But yeah, you have Pentacles here clearly. And then Virgo energies. So you could very well be dealing with a Virgo. But regardless of any of that, yeah, this is a pretty good spread. I mean, okay, yeah, I'm sorry if you are feeling sick or you've been having a lot of stress and, you know, that put you in a very, you know, delicate position where you needed to rest. You know, obviously I didn't want you to feel like that. So, you know, I wish you a speedy recovery if that's the case. But I'm really glad that at least from that, you have an opportunity to say what needs to be said, to address this connection, whatever it is. You know, and just put it out there, get it off your chest. It'll make you feel so much lighter. You'll be back in your energy and you'll be able to focus on this vision that you have, because this is a game changer. I'm telling you, like, that came in so strongly. So yeah, it will help put you, get yourself back on track, you know, and it's going to be ultimately for your highest good, okay? That this is actually working in your favor. So Pisces, I'm sending you lots of love, especially for the month of August. Yeah, there's a lot that you're going to have to process, but you're going to be so glad that you did, because things are going to change for you. It's going to be very different moving forward. And there's something very surprising coming in. So stay tuned for that. But yes, if this resonated for you, give it a like. Don't forget to leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts and let me know how this applies to your situation if it does. And yeah, I'll do another reading for you very soon. But for now, wishing you all the best, sending you all my love, and I will speak to you soon. Bye.